Welcome back everybody, MC here with another video, and today we're going to be doing the Hazard Temple, and we're going to follow that up with the Golem boss fight. So we got the temple key in the last episode, and the key allows us into the temple. So the temple is a pretty dangerous place to be, so I'd highly recommend using some pretty good weapons and armor for this. I'm using the Mega Shark, the Godly Mega Shark, and I'm using chlorified bullets. I feel like the endless musket pouch, this is where that kind of falls off in terms of damage from now on. If you try to use the endless musket pouch in the Hazard Temple, you're going to be there all day, and you will probably die too. So I highly recommend moving away from the endless musket pouch for any enemies that are from the Hazard Temple on. Of course, for old mobs that you've already fought before, you can continue to use the normal bullets. So, as I say, the Hazard Temple can be quite a dangerous place. You have flying enemies and you have ground enemies. They're very fast, and the place is completely full of traps. Now, I noticed this from the beginning, but I never really thought about it until I got closer to the end here. And that is that I can't see any wiring in this temple. Now, either they changed something from the game, or my game is bugged. I have never seen this bug before. If you look carefully, you should be able to see the wires that are connected from the pressure pads to the traps. I've never seen anything like this before. Now, I hit all of the pressure pads. I believe I hit all of them before standing on any of them. I never actually got to see if the game was actually officially bugged. I don't know if they changed something. Hey, let me know in the comment section if you know yourself. Yeah, at least I was still able to see the pressure points because of the grand design, which is something that I talk about in a previous video. If you want to know where all the traps are in the Hazard Temple, with or without this bug, I'd recommend checking out that video. When I get to the Golem's chamber, by the way, I like to seal off the entrance so that enemies can't come in before and after the fight. And I like to cover any traps, any spikes with blocks as well, so that I can't stand on them by accident. Like, as you are watching here, there's an enemy trying to get in while I'm blocking the area off. Can you imagine if enemies are constantly coming in? So it's always a good idea to have some blocks handy and to just cover up these two areas. Obviously, get rid of all the traps, all the pressure pads on the ground as well. And one thing I've noticed about this particular dungeon, this is probably the smallest Golem boss area I have ever seen. I normally can fly pretty high in here, and I've never actually seen such a tight area. So this is going to be quite difficult. As you can see, I'm not going to be able to use the Daedalus Stormbow for this, which is going to be very, very interesting. So we're going to get set up here. What I would like to put down is I'd like to put down a heart statue so that I have a new way or an extra way of healing. The only problem is, without any wiring in this entire area, am I going to be able to do this? We'll give it a couple of goes to see. You can actually see wiring. I don't know if you can see that outside the base. So the grand design is definitely on, but I can't seem to get wiring inside the temple to work. Now, as I said, maybe they changed something. Maybe they turned off the ability to change the wires before Golem is defeated. I unfortunately didn't check that because I didn't step on any pressure plates before destroying them. At least you can still destroy pressure plates. That is the minimum. And of course, Golem has been buffed several times over the last couple of years, the last couple of updates from Terraria. He's still probably the joke of the boss family in this game, but I feel with this, in quotes, bug, if it is a bug, and this tiny arena, this might be a little bit more difficult than normally. Like, normally Golem is quite easy. I don't have very much space to work with. I'm still using the same weapons and armor from the last time. So this is going to be interesting. Anyway, on to what we're using. We're using Mega Shark with chlorifying bullets. We're using the Bewitched buff for extra spiders. We're using the ammo box for ammo reservation. And of course, we're going to have a heart lantern in this arena to increase heart regeneration or health regeneration. I suppose we might give it another go with the wiring. Will it work? Let's see. We're going to put the heart statue back down again, and we're going to put the 1 second timer down. Can we wire this up? We're going to use the grand design to wire it up as normal, and we're going to make sure we're using the correct tool. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is very strange. I've never seen this before. Obviously, using the wire cutter is not going to help. I just wanted to double check. And yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to use the heart statue for this. It is very, very, very weird. Anyway, without the heart statue, without the extra healing and the smaller arena, at least it gives us a bit of a challenge. So we still have some buffs actually active from the previous fight. And yeah, hopefully they don't run out in the middle of this fight, but I'll keep hitting the buff button just in case. Don't think Daedalus Stormbow is going to work in here. The arena's too small, but we shall see, of course. And when it comes to potions and when it comes to armor, we're going to use the same stuff that we used for the Plantera fight pretty much. And those are going to include Torn potions, healing potions, of course, using Hallowed armor, Star Veil again, Ankh Shield, Charm of Myths, Worm Scarf, Lightning Boots, and Leaf Wings, so nothing has changed there. We just have the basic potions. We don't have anything extra. We don't have the Summoning Potion, which would have been nice, and we don't have any of the other potions, late game potions, but it's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine in this fight. Plus, Golem needs a chance. He's always been the laughingstock of the bosses, as I said, in Terraria. So I'm going to let you enjoy the fight, and I'll be back with you once it's over. And that is a GG. That was very, very close. I think that's the closest I have ever come when it comes to Golem. That boss fight is normally a lot easier than that, but we came very close to dying. But of course we didn't. If it was any other boss, we would have. So that is pretty... Look, the wires are back now. Looks like the wires were either bugged, as I said, or they changed something, because all the you can see the wiring in the temple now. That is very odd, isn't it? Anyway, we're done with Golem, at least, so we have plenty of stuff now. The next thing we're going to be doing after today is we're going to be moving on to some of the events. And we have the Golem trophy here. We don't really need it, to be honest. It's not that interesting for me anymore. I've got a million of those trophies over the course of the time I've played Terraria. And yeah, we're going to be moving on to the events now. So we'll do my favorite event, which is the Martian Madness event. That event is going to be our next video, and I can't wait to show it to you because it, as I said, it's my favorite event in the game. And because I started this playthrough before they changed the event, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to use some of the old tactics for said event. When it comes to the other event, we might do the total eclipse as well after that. And who knows what we will do. Maybe we'll go straight for the cultists and Moon Lord after that. But I'll keep you guys updated in the next videos about what we're doing. So that is it for today's video. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today as usual. Last thing I'll do in this one is I'll show you what I got from Golem. But other than that, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of today's video. And make sure you let me know how you're getting on with your playthroughs as well. As I said, next video will either be the Martian Madness or the Eclipse event. And just as I said, just before we wrap up here, I'm going to show you what was in this bag. Hopefully we got something good. Pixel would have been nice if we can get that. Just going to put these down real quick so I can make some space in my inventory. And we got beetle husks, of course, golem fists, we have the shiny stone. Golem fist is the most underwhelming of all the weapons in my opinion for this, but it's fine. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye!